Day 48 of taking my life back with the carnivore diet. Today we're going to be reminding ourselves of all of the freedoms we have with the carnivore diet and all of the good things. Welcome back. If you're new, I'm Karyn, and my husband Dan and I are on a journey with our personal health right now. We live on 8 acres in Iowa, and we're trying to become more self-sufficient. So if anything like that interests you, please consider subscribing to our channel. So we're currently working on our personal health, and that includes the carnivore and the ketovore diet. There are a lot of reasons that someone would go on the carnivore diet. It's not all about weight loss. It's about obtaining optimal health. People go on it to eliminate chronic conditions. Some people do go on it for weight loss, and other people just want to optimize their health. Regardless of why people go on the carnivore diet, it can be really easy to get stuck in negative thinking when things aren't going our way. Maybe we're struggling right now. Maybe we ate something we shouldn't have. Maybe we're not seeing our results fast enough. And people around us can be really negative sometimes. They criticize us for the way we're eating. They say we're going to have a heart attack, or we're going to be ruining our health by being on a carnivore diet, or that it's way too restrictive and we'll never be able to stick to it. Carnivore isn't all about weight loss and wins. Just like anything else in life, it has its ups, it has its downs, and when we're having the downs, we need to remind ourselves of why we're doing this and how positive it can be. I started making a list last week of all of the ways that the carnivore diet has freed me and others from health issues and other things. And it can really be categorized into 3 areas. The first area being our weight and our health. The second area being some practical freedoms that we have when we're on the carnivore diet. And then the third category would be just having the freedom to be yourself. So we're going to go through all 3 of those things. The first freedom is in weight loss and health. There is no other diet that I'm aware of that doesn't require you to count calories or carbs or macros, or to maybe even eat at a certain time of the day. Carnivore is simple. You eat when you're hungry, you stop when you're full. And that to me is really freeing, because honestly, I hated the drudgery of having to count all that and then write it down and spend that time doing that during the day when I could have been doing a lot of other things. Carnivore is also freeing for many people from chronic conditions, maybe even conditions that your doctor told you could not be reversed, or that you were on some kind of path and it was just going to remain the same, or you're just getting old. So insert your chronic condition here, and it's probably going to be helped by the carnivore diet. People have reversed IBS, they've reversed type 2 diabetes, they've reversed psoriasis, eczema, acne, inflammation issues, and you will hear doctors saying over and over that the cause of chronic illness and disease is inflammation, and the carnivore diet resets all of that. Now, how freeing is that? How debilitating are those chronic conditions for people? And on the carnivore diet, we know those can be reversed. And what about different mental health issues? I'm not necessarily talking about hardcore mental illnesses, but even things like, although those things can be helped too, but like I'm talking about like brain fog, memory issues, anxiety, sleep issues, and just a general sense of well-being, being happy to get up in the morning, being happy to go about your day and do what you need to do. That to me is a huge freedom on this way of eating. So when you're eating the proper human diet, everything, your whole body gets reset. So we need to remember a lot of these things about our weight loss and health, but also we need to talk about some practical freedoms. I used to have to plan all of our meals for the week so that I could buy the groceries for the meals for the week so that I wouldn't have to go to the grocery store all the time because I didn't plan or I forgot something. Menu planning is so easy on the carnivore diet. You're eating that meat, bacon, you're eating butter, you're eating eggs and salt and water, maybe coffee. That's pretty much it. So your grocery trip to the grocery store is a lot less like literally 2 aisles, dairy and meat. And then if you have to have like any cleaners or anything like that, you have to pick those up. But honestly, it is a huge time saver. The other thing that's been a little bit freeing for me is we're actually saving money at the grocery store. When we're not buying all the junk packaged processed foods, you know, that they can get pretty expensive. And everybody talks about the expense of meat, but honestly, if you stop buying all of the other junk and throw that money towards your meat budget, you can do carnivore. It's not going to be a problem. Now, there may be issues like if you have a huge family and you're all going carnivore, then yeah, I could see maybe there being some issues. For Dan and I, though, we spent $100 less. I was looking at how much we spent on groceries over the last year, and I'm going to be tracking how much we're now spending on groceries. But for the month of July, last July, not this most recent one, but the one before that, compared to this last July, which I started the carnivore diet at the beginning of July, we saved $100 over our costs last July. Even with food costs going up, that wasn't even factored in. We still saved $100. So I'm going to continue to track how much I am spending on our groceries until I get an entire year's worth of how much we actually saved being on the carnivore diet. And I'm going to share that with you. I'll probably share with you after 6 months and then after a year as well. So for practical freedoms, time and money is big. Now let's talk about the last one, the freedom to be you. How many times have you avoided an activity that other people were going to go on and have fun, but you avoided it because you didn't want to do all that walking. You knew you would have trouble with that. You didn't know what the chairs were like where you were going. Will they have a chair that I would feel comfortable sitting in with the weight that I am? Or will I have to stand the entire time? And will people say, come on, sit down? You know, you can get yourself in some awkward situations if you are severely obese like I am right now. And it's not any fun. So you just avoid those situations. Well, with the carnivore diet, I'm finding I have a lot more energy to do things, to go places, to be more helpful. I just feel like there is so much good about this, and I know that when I lose some more weight, get some more weight off, I am not going to mind at all going anywhere, anytime. And that is completely freeing to me, and it should be to you too. So whether it takes us 2 months or 2 years, we are on a path to better living, to a happier, healthy life where we can spend it with our loved ones with no barriers mentally or physically. Now, what did I forget? Put it down below in the comments. What are some more freeing things and more freedoms that you have with this way of eating? If you have had a bad day, a bad week, a bad month, if someone has said something really negative to you, or maybe you're not seeing the results that you want to see right now, whatever it is, make a conscious choice to dwell on the positive and not the negative. Make a choice. I hope this has given you a little reminder of some of the great things that are happening to us on the carnivore diet, and that has provided a little bit of motivation for you to end the week strong. I will see you on Saturday for weight loss and wins. Now go out and do something good for someone else. Until next time.